It's over, acknowledging at last that there are serious issues in the marriage. Massive issues with Meghan's faltering business are also causing serious problems in the marriage. Meghan has absolutely no chill factor, so we'll definitely be seeing more of this. She is incapable of controlling herself, and as a result, she is universally disliked. People are turned off by her, and we will observe that very, very soon. Following yet another violent altercation in New York, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's marriage is said to have fallen apart. The royal couple is reportedly on the verge of a full-scale split, with insiders characterizing their relationship as icy, resentful, and irreparably damaged. And Meghan is solely to blame. The Duchess of Sussex is already dealing with criticism after sharing a video of herself near the Prisian Tunnel, where Princess Diana died, sitting in a limousine with her feet up. Well, how about a little, when you're in the same place, jogging about, enjoying a fun ride in Paris, close to where she died, you're thinking about your husband's feelings. I agree with you guys that this is a stretch if she hadn't attempted to portray herself as Diana 2.0. However, she keeps claiming to be the new Diana. Meghan has now created a tempest that even her own public relations team is unable to control after going viral and receiving a great deal of hate for appropriating Princess Diana's memory. It's over, Sarah Sidley's decision, following yet another terrible weekend that demonstrated yet even their adversaries at the Daily Mail are reporting on fresh marital tensions, which has Prince Harry and Meghan Markle on edge. According to reports, the same group that once took such care to manage their public image has suddenly abandoned them and left them to handle the situation on their own. Meghan and Harry spent years trying to prove to the world that they were the ideal pair. Their public demonstrations of devotion were too staged to be genuine, and they were constantly holding hands and grinning for the cameras. Now, however, the charade is unraveling. When they made their most recent appearance in New York, they were observed doing the exact opposite of what they usually do. Meghan and Harry proceeded in opposite directions, utterly disregarding one another as though they were strangers. It's true that Harry and Meghan went their separate ways when they went out in New York. Meghan went one way, while Harry went the other. It was hard to conceal the animosity between them at the humanitarian awards ceremony. While Harry exchanged uncomfortable looks that revealed the truth, Meghan attempted a grin. Anyone watching closely could notice the pressure, despite their best efforts, to seem together for the cameras. Harry didn't even glance at Meghan despite her repeated attempts to make eye contact. There was a severe problem. The reason Harry is ignoring Meghan is because of something. According to reports, Meghan has found friendship elsewhere with Marcus Anderson, a long-standing colleague and close friend. He has been accompanying her to a number of public gatherings, while Harry is not visible. Of course, Marcus Anderson is the one man who is always by her side. I'm sure Harry will eventually claim that there were 3 of them in their marriage. Harry, Meghan, and Marcus Anderson. As Brittany of the Royal News Network noted, the scenario is currently being publicly ridiculed by commentators. Given that Meghan's marriage is clearly failing, his incessant presence has raised serious concerns about why she insists on having him around. Following Meghan's most recent trip to Paris, which has historically been off-limits for Harry as a result of Princess Diana's untimely death, Meghan is aware of Harry's sensitivity toward that city. Nevertheless, she decided to go to an event there, rekindling old wounds Harry has been attempting to mend for years. That had a profound effect on him. Additionally, it is really insulting of her to place her strange feet on the car, as several people have different thoughts on this. That is, after all, a very meaningful place for him. No, if she says she loves him so much, she should be aware of it. They developed a severe emotional divide as a result of this one choice. Attendees reported that the pair appeared unhappy, even as they accepted their humanitarian award. Meghan feigned a few smiles while wearing an Armani outfit, but her icy looks toward Harry said it all. Harry, however, managed only a tight, uneasy smile, and he looked strained and distant. Trauma and anxiety must have made Harry ill. I just don't comprehend it. Meghan's business endeavors are failing one by one, which exacerbates the situation. As usual, her lifestyle brand is not doing well. Critics claim that the brand hardly produces enough money to sustain itself because to the low sales. Her Netflix ventures have been losing traction, and even her wine collection is having trouble. According to people close to the couple, Meghan aspires to be a millionaire and is desperate to generate money. However, she never succeeds in her never-ending quest to discover the next big thing. Massive issues with Meghan's faltering business are also causing serious problems in the marriage. Indeed, it is impossible to overlook Asiva's collapse. It goes without saying that Love Meghan too would have severely damaged Meghan's self-esteem. Meghan is working even harder to make things work as a result of all these setbacks. Of course, that included the trip to Paris. She kind of invited herself since she so badly wanted to be a part of that prestigious fashion industry. Due to this financial difficulties, their marriage is under more strain than ever before. These days, Meghan's unsuccessful business endeavors have a direct impact on their way of life and lead to frequent conflicts behind closed doors. It is reported that Harry, who already feels confined and exhausted, is becoming impatient. However, as the desperation increases, we will undoubtedly witness more of this since Meghan lacks any sense of calm. Fans have recently seen their aloof and icy body language. Harry seems to be bending away from Meghan in each new picture and video. Harry has apparently been heartbroken by Meghan's recent public actions, particularly her tone-deaf Paris escapade, even if she appears more focused on the cameras than her spouse. The fact that the woman he once stood up for never stops hurting him makes him feel deceived and ashamed. I was completely repulsed by the exhibit in Paris as well as the one in New York over the weekend. Meghan's public relations team released a backstage video of the couple laughing together to divert attention from the tension, but it was quickly exposed. Meghan appeared totally contrived in her theatrical laughs and extravagant motions, convincing everyone that their marriage is still intact when it is actually on the verge of collapse, felt like a last-ditch effort. There was a little backstage footage in which Harry wasn't giving her a lot of grimace. However, Meghan's spare of Harry wrote about the video. "This is what you call a Hail Mary, ladies and gentlemen. All I can think of when I watch the video is it staged? Because that appears to be completely faked. How, after all, did anyone manage to have a camera to record that precise moment? It's because everything was prearranged. It is wholly unauthentic." Harry now stays away from Meghan's touch, even when they are in public. This is the same man who used to be unable to stop touching her. He recoils at the slightest movement now. They seem aloof, disinterested and chilly off camera. Harry seems lost and disengaged, whereas Meghan is always intent on upholding her image. She's more interested with being photographed than being a wife, according to some close to the couple. Stated, "You can learn everything you need to know from that body language." Harry's arm is practically acting as a barrier between him and Meghan Markle, and he could not be leaning much farther away. Harry has been under so much pressure that he recently reacted publicly, criticizing free speech and social media while claiming to be an advocate for kid protection. The public soon recognized his claims that online criticism was harmful and that more stringent regulations were required as an unsuccessful attempt to quell the mounting criticism of Meghan. His remarks were viewed by many Americans as hypocritical and anti-freedom, particularly given that Meghan frequently exploits their kids to garner media attention. Is a really insane jerk who opposes both free speech and the American Constitution, all while blatantly hiding it behind his desire to protect children. However, Meghan is pimping Lily once more over the weekend in an attempt to make a feminist point. Harry, however, takes the stage and lets his N out. It is now said that their marriage is quite dysfunctional. These two individuals lead entirely different lives. While Harry feels alienated, alone, and resentful, Meghan thrives on the attention she receives from the Hollywood glitz. Instead than feeling like a collaboration, their marriage feels more like a trap. They feel stuck even if they are no longer happy together, due to the reputation they have established. The pair in question is utterly dysfunctional. This couple is on quite different paths and their marriage is failing. who have quite different goals. According to insiders, if things keep going this way, a discreet split could occur before a formal announcement. A lot of people believe that the pair will gradually drift apart and lead different lives until the inevitable divorce is made public. Now the question is straightforward. Is it possible for them to continue being flawless? For them to continue being flawless?